Yay. Had a few hiccups there with the stream key, but indeed, I am live. And yeah, bit of a change of scheduled programming, unfortunately. If folks have come along for my original stream, which was I was going to teach my mate about vibe coding, who he had never heard about it before, but he is not well at the moment, so we decided to delay that one. Apologies. Now, what are we going to do instead? It is Thursday, 26th of March. What's going to happen? What's going to go on? What's going to be the agenda? Right, okay. So, let's have a look. Now, I thought, you know what, I still want to do a bit of vibe coding, because I think it's something fun to do, good for the stream, and we can kind of build something out. Some things I was kind of interested in though, which may become relevant. Let's put this over here, like so. So I'm just arranging my windows. So something that might become relevant is, let me just get my screen up. Okay, so if I come down here, in fact, if I go to localhost, okay, localhost 8082, like here. Okay, so here I've got just a web server running with a bunch of images in them. If I open up this here, you can see there is a folder full of here. Now, if I'm just gonna kill this command, and what I ran is Python 3 HTTP server, and let me zoom in a little bit. Oh no, I'm not on that one. Yeah, there we go. So I've got Python 3 HTTP server 828, right? And what was I doing here? So if you look at my older live streams, I built a way of creating presentations from Markdown files, and here's one right here where I've got this stuff. I wonder if I've got this open. Hang on 2 seconds. Localhost. I've forgotten which one this is. Hang on, bear with me 1 second. Let's get this thing up. Let's go down to the server. What port are you on? I don't know. Is this a bit further up? Port 8000, there we go. Okay, let's go with 8000. Okay. Okay, right, that's gone a little bit weird. That's fine though, that's fine. But yeah, anyway, I created this, and here, as you can see, I've got images in my slides. Let me. Nope. Okay. So I've got images in my slides, and then I was kind of like, well, I'm sort of referring to these as a Markdown file, and then I was like, oh, do you know what? I need to put images in. I need to host it somewhere to link it into the Markdown file. So I literally just CD'd into a folder, and then ran this command and just stuck images in it, and then I just have directory listed as you would do as default in the browser. And yeah, I was just like, okay, cool, I'll grab that, and then I grab this, and then I copy it, and then I put it where I need it, and then that's it, it's done. This command has been running for quite a long time. I've had 8th of March. Yeah, for like 3 weeks, I've just had this one command running to this one folder, and then I've just left it open because I keep having to use it. So as I keep having to use it, it's like, well, this is obviously something I need. right? So what I was thinking of vibe coding was a image hosting app local on my machine that I can just sort of come in, drop some images in it, and then refer to them in my Markdown files, which then creates a slide for my presentations. Bit of a long way around. I'm sort of tempted because this is the app that I've got which turns my Markdown files into slides. So I'm sort of tempted to kind of say, okay, if I run this, then run the server. That's what I'm tempted to do. Or do I want to do it as a separate app altogether? Because I might end up doing presentations from my laptop. Might end up creating images on my laptop, quite possibly. I don't know. That's the quandary. The quandary indeed. I need to put my glasses on first of all. Let's do that. Fantastic. I think I'm going to create it as a separate app. And do I want to go full vibe code on this one? That's the question. My other curiosity as well to go with this is I wanted to do more into locally hosting my models. I wanted to experiment more in that area. Maybe that's another thing to consider. Another thing I wanted to consider was I was looking at DHH who, let's go to YouTube. And we'll go to DHH who David Hyman, thank you. So he's got this sort of it's got this multi-Dockerized web apps on a single server. Using once. Let's go over to this. And the idea is Docker-based web applications. The goal is to make a self-hosting application as simple as possible. As well as the initial setup, Once also provides automatic updates, backup system information. It has a TUI interface, dashboard, monitoring and operating up, as well as a command. Once runs on Linux and Mac OS and can be used to run applications on a variety of hardware, physical server, cloud VPS, Raspberry Pi, your laptop, all suitable. Once comes with a set of 37 signals apps built in, and you can use it to install any compatible Docker image as well. So yeah, I mean, that's quite nifty, to be honest. Path to a Docker image. I would like to get to this at some point, you know. I don't think I'm going to do it today, but I would like at some point to have something like this. And I did think about something like this as well recently, of just having, like, you know, if you're vibe coding web apps, then it's quite useful to just be like, yeah, sure, you know, stick it in there. Right, let's get rid of this. Let's jump in to some... Yeah, let's come back to that. Okay, so what I want to do, I want to open up my... Yes, this is a llama in a business suit. Long story. Reset the canvas. Okay, so what I'm thinking of doing, I need a folder where it's going to host my images. Okay, So my images are going to be in there like so. Okay, cool. And then I'm going to have several of these, right? Now, first of all, I need a means of adding an image. So that's going to upload to the folder. But I can also, from the system, because I might have Figma open, right, save it in the folder. So the folder is always going to be this. So the first thing I can do, actually, not worry about this bit, actually, just worry about how can I get to this bit here. And what I'm thinking is just like a grid of images like this. Okay, and then each one of these, it will be the image. So that'll be some form of image, and below it will be, I need a copy URL button so that I can do it. In fact, the majority of the time I'm going to be copying Markdown. So I'm going to say copy.md. And I guess I could have like the button with the drop down like this. Have copy.md. And then I could open this out and have other stuff in here. I'm probably going to do it like that. I'll probably just focus on the copy MD to start off with, and that'll be fine. What I also need is the name of the file. Okay, so I'm going to need the name of the file here. And I think that's it. I think that's fine. I think I'm fine with that. Yeah, let's do that. And I think I could do it all with Fast API, to be honest. Fast API to sort of manage this. All right, so there's going to have to be a folder here. Fast API to manage that. I would have to need some kind of command that I could run it from in the background, so it's always constantly running. And yeah, just a way of sort of just dumping this in there. I won't do add image just yet. I might do, but this on its own is just fine. So, I don't know. We could try one shot in it, to be honest. See how that works out. Now, what's a good way? Let's just kind of have a look at vibe coding with Python. Let's turn that off. Vibe coding with Python to build an app, and not sponsored. I mean, how heavy do I want to go into? Do I want to go in like full on vibe code and just like go crazy, or do I want to have a little bit of management in the actual thing itself? Let's just start off with that. So that's kind of my layout. I'm not too fast about, there's not really a huge amount of user experience that I'm that concerned with, to be honest. Let's go over to anti-gravity. Let's have a little go of anti-gravity. Okay, cool. Here we go. And I'm gonna say, let's come over here. Let's go into my projects. I've got a whole so much stuff in here, honestly. So let's what do I want to call this? because it's sort of like Imager, but it's not Imager. I want to play on words though with that. Imagers like that. What about Imager? Imager, spell IMIGER. Yeah, sure. Why not? Why not? Cool. Let's open up that folder. Let's open up that folder. Sweet. And let's come down to documents and go to that and that. Okay, fantastic. So first thing I want to do is create a Python virtual environment with VM. So let's start off with that. Let's burn through those tokens. And I've also got like another project to do at some point. So cool. And source bin activate. Sweet. Right, there we go. Some stuff like that with AI I really like, where it's just like, oh, do you know what? Just do it. Just do it. I know how to do it. I've done it like 100 times, more than that. I've done it so many times. Create a virtual environment, so it's quite nice just to say, hey AI, just do the virtual environment for me, please. Thank you. Okay, cool. So I'm also going to create a folder in here and label that images, like so. Fantastic. Let's give me a nice little, let me zoom in a little bit. There we go. Let's give me a nice icon folder for that, which is quite nice. And I'm going to go to a new file, and I'm just going to call this main.py. There we go. Okay. Now I know anti-gravity is just, you know, VS Code or whatever. But they've done a good job of like having it quite slick, you know. But however, I would like to, yeah, like I said, delve into some locally hosted models. I heard someone the other day talk about token anxiety, and I was like, man, that is so real. I hear you on that one. Okay, I'm just gonna pop this out. How do I did this last time and I can't remember how I did it. I've actually customized layout. No. I cannot remember how I did this. I managed to pop out my chat. Maybe if I get rid of it, toggle agent. No. What am I missing? Why can't I pop this out? How come I could do this last time? I feel like there's been an update, and no, I don't want to open up Agent Manager. I feel like there's been an update, and it's moved the button somewhere. Because this was very easy last time. I'm sure there's literally just a button to do it. View parents. No. Move. Literally cannot find it. Huh. Yeah, weird. Okay. Let's go to... Am I in the right one? Yeah, I'm in the right one. That one, I guess. Maybe. Nope. That one, maybe. Nope. Okay, that's not working. Fair enough. Okay. Let's get to the meat and bones of it. Now, I don't want to go full... I don't want to go full one-shot it. I don't think that's going to help anybody. So I think the first thing I want to do is... I don't know. I want to serve images out of the folder in the project. In the project. What else do I want to do? I will place images in there manually for now, so I don't want it to worry about that. We can come back to that, that's fine. It might be worth actually putting some images in there, you know. Let's go to downloads. Let's go to ecosystem. Let's copy that. Come back here, come back here, come back here, and paste that in there. Perfect. Okay, so we've got some images in here to start off with. Get rid of that one. I will be accessing through HTTP server on port I don't know. Oh, that's just ridiculous. Let's go 1 3 3 4 5 brackets if available. I need the project to be running in the background at all times, plus have a way to start it. I want to use fast API to manage the interface to the images and URLs, I want to build a simple page with HTML, CSS and JS only, no tailwind, where an image is where the image is displayed in a 16 by 9 with box fit, and below that a box with the type, with the name of the file, and a button that will copy the URL as a markdown format. Let's go with that. There we go. Okay, so there's my prompt. Let's see how that gets along. And while I was just thinking of that, let's see if we can try and figure out how to move this thing. I'm actually going to first of all move this out of the way and move my bar so we can fill out the screen a little bit more. Okay. I installed this. I don't think it works. It's meant to tell me my quotas, but I'm not entirely sure it actually does anything. Because I've definitely been using it, and it's telling me I've got 100%. Okay, so this is now creating me a whole bunch of things. And I don't know how well this is going to actually yeah, what results I'm actually going to get. And in the meantime, let's have a little look at can I actually see the accept all? Oh, is it done? Okay. Well, I've got errors. Is there any way for me to see the usage from here? Models. Oh, here we go. 100% remaining, 100% remaining. It's all saying 100% remaining, but I'm like using it now. So I'm just like, refresh. Okay. Open the command palette. Command Shift P. That's in the way. Okay. Python. Select Python interpreter. No. Oh, whoops. Python. No. Select. Annoying. Alright, so let's get that. Let's Command Shift P. Let's stick that in there. Thank you. And that one, please. No. Okay. I think I need to try again manually. Open. Activate Python 3. Let's get that one, see if that one does it. No, that doesn't do it either. So it's had a moment. Alright, selected. I selected it, but nothing happened. I am going to close my... I have already got VS Code open at the moment. I'm just going to quit that one out right now. Get rid of that one just in case. Just in case. And yeah, we'll go from there. I think maybe using the agent in Analytic Gravity is the thing that burns through the quota, maybe? Because I mean, this seems fine. Accept. Developer reload window. Developer reload window. Is that going to do it? Is that going to do it? I don't think so. I don't think it's going to do it. Yeah, the Python interpreter is not being selected. Now, okay, so I spoke at the beginning of the stream saying, isn't it great you can just tell the AI to do this stuff? And it's gotten itself into a model that I know that if I did this manually, it would be fine. It would be fine. But it seems it's not fine. It's not happy. Awesome. Let's see how that gets along. I mean, this one is saying it's selected that. Do I need to save this or something? But So yeah, this clearly has an issue. Clearly has an issue. And I'm in workspace folder, but it should be VM. No, it is VM. That is right. Okay, accept. And let's put it in there. Okay, fine. Select Python interpreter. Browse. Oh no, that's the wrong one. I did the wrong one. And that didn't work last time. Nope. So something immediately is broken. Brilliant. Awesome. All within my interpreter. That's all it is. My virtual environment, and it's had a moment and it's completely... Copy that. Great start. Brilliant start. Gotta love it. And I lost some of my viewers, so I guess they were getting bored looking at me fight with fucking the Python interpreter. Awesome. You know what, I'm closing gravity and just start it back up again. Why does this all look different now? What's happened? What madness has this done? Okay, I'm going to shut this down completely and reopen it. Quit that. And let's go anti-gravity. And see if this... We'll see if it selects. See if it finds it. No. Let's go select interpreter. Let's go that one. No. I want to run it. So it says initializing virtual environments. Okay, so it does that in... So it's just running it for /Python. Try run this again. Problems. Right, so it couldn't find the import. Right, okay, so this is not working. Great, brilliant. It's just not working. Things are just not working. And the thing that I'm stuck on is getting my interpreter to work. That is wild. I wonder if it's because I created the I wonder if it's because the AI created it via the terminal and not via VS Code itself. What's in my requirements.txt? Okay, cool. I've got that in there. So what I'm tempted to do is delete out this virtual environment. Where's my terminal? Delete out this virtual environment and then create another one from inside anti-gravity instead. Let's do the reload window, see what that does. Let's go back to main.py, and nope, that did not work. So I would, do you know what, I'm just going to delete this out. Move to trash, thank you. And now I'm going to go to select Python interpreter, and instead I'm going to say create a new virtual environment with venv using this one. Go from the requirements document, thank you very much. Let's see if this works. Because that'll be annoying to spend half an hour just having it fuck around with the virtual environment. I'm nearly 45 minutes into the stream. Haven't even run the first test because I can't even get past this. This is getting ridiculous. It's just not finding it. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, yeah. Refreshing virtual environments. Yeah. Right, okay. I'm going to get rid of this. And let's go over to VS Code. Let's have another approach. I'm wondering, let me try and open this in VS Code and see what I get. So let's go here, open folder. And we're going to go here and open allow, close that. Open up main. Oh look, it works. It works. There's something with anti-gravity that's absolutely shat the bed. Let's run this. Okay. I don't know if local host one. What did I call it? What did I go for? I forget. I forget. Oh, I do need to run this. There's no way for me to run that. Oops. Local. Oh, that. What? I've got some weird stuff happening right now. Right, quit that. And go local host 1, 3, 3, 4 here. Okay, that's not running. I need to run this script. That's what I need to do. Slash start. Please run Python 3 via. Oh, okay. What? Oh my god, this is turning out to be a bit of a mess. The pain is real. The pain is real. I've literally done it. Please run Python 3. I'm just getting annoyed now. And I have got, like, and this is the thing, right? What if I did that instead and hit save and then ran this? Okay, that started. Brilliant. Okay, right, that was the mistake. The previous version had it as a hidden file. Local hosts 1, 3, 3, 4, 5. Okay, look at that. Look at this. Look at this. This was the original one. Let's kind of copy Markdown like so. Copy that. Okay, let's go over to my doobie-doo-dah and paste that in. Boom. That just like worked. Okay. It did actually do it. I mean, you know, it was a lot of faffing around with. It was a lot of faffing around with the virtual environment, which, yes, that was an anti-gravity problem. But it kind of gave me what I wanted. In fact, it did give me what I wanted, which is this. So what I can now do, I guess I would need a so if I can come here, for example, and I've got images, let's pop images in here like so. So what I can do, if I move this somewhat out of the way and I open up Figma, I can come along and say, right, I'm going to grab this, export background. Just go to images, hit save, get rid of that, like so. I do have to now refresh, but background, there we go, copy mark down, and I can stick that in there, and there it is. Sweet as a nut. I have now a very nifty means of hosting images, and yeah, I think that's going to work well for my thing. Now here in this one here, I'm kind of amazed that this actually stayed in there, because that's using the old one, which I've actually stopped the server for now. So I'm wondering, can I refresh this?
Welcome to VoiceOver.
Oh.
VoiceOver speaks descriptions of items.
Shush now. Why is this still here? Did I not put it in the folder? I don't think I put it in the folder in the first place, so it doesn't really matter. But that's now working, which is fantastic. It looks a little bit janky. It's true, it looks janky, but you know, it does a job. It does a job, and that's all I need it to do. I need to just create things, and I'd say, right, I need to add that into my markdown file. So I can come down here and I can say, right, copy that, stick that in here, boom, I've got it. Good to go. Happy days. Isn't that good? So yeah, there we go. And that's just running now. So what I am going to do is let's copy this and actually open up on my work, like this one. Am I like, yeah, I am. So why is that so zoomed in? Okay. So what I can do is then say install Pages app and imager. No, I made it a J, didn't I? Is that what I called it? I believe so. Install. There we go. Fantastic. And that's now also running in the background. So I can get rid of that. I can get rid of this. This is my old one, and I can get rid of that, which is great. And then I can just say imager, and I've got my image hosting app right here. So as I do things in Figma or whatever else, and I save it in here, then I can just come in and just go like, okay, cool, I need that, brilliant, there we go, it's in. Happy days. Happy days. I could probably do a lot more after that. I guess, you know, a refresh would be quite nice. But, you know, I could just do that. You know, it's not really a big deal, is it? But yeah, I could probably do some interesting things in there as well along the way. But I think I've hit a wall. I think I've hit a moment. Like that really tested my patience. That and I was at that point. I was like, this is really annoying me. So I think I'm gonna call it there. I've got no one viewing right now. I've had some people sort of swing by. Got another person swing by. Hello, Lonely Traveller. Just as I looked at the stream, it popped up. I do wonder sometimes. Does like YouTube hear me say something like, "Oh, is anyone watching?" And I look over, and then it suddenly somebody pops up, and I'm like, "Huh, is that a coincidence, or is that YouTube sending me fake viewers just to keep me going?" I don't know. Um, but that's worked out quite nicely. It's quite good. Okay, cool. And I can just come up to here and just go like that, and there we go. Job done. And I've saved it on my in my Finder, so I can find an image. Let me find another image. This QR code. Dump it in here. And then I should see it pop up. Here we are. QR code. Brilliant. So I can just come in here and just dump stuff in, and it's sort of good to go. Happy days. There might well be as well that I might do something like organize it, organize these images, because I'm not sure what order it's putting it in. It's not alphabetical, but it'd be good to sort of just put the new ones at the top, and then I can go back to the old ones, because a lot of these, right, so something like this I use all the time. An ecosystem, this one here with main product and the ecosystem thing, I use that quite a bit. And this one as well, the channel one, I use quite a bit. So there'll be ones that I'll just use very often. So it could also be that I add a functionality where I can bookmark certain ones, and it's almost like I have the newest ones, the 3 newest ones at the top, 3 bookmarked, well, all the bookmarked ones, and then below it all the rest of them. So that could be a bit of organisation on that one in terms of user experience. But right now there's so few in there, I'm not overly fussed about the user experience of this and how I've laid all these things out. That's just sort of the way it is. But it is a nice little thing that's kind of thrown together, which is nice. I thought it would take more than that, but it didn't. Testament to the AIs. It got the code right, but it got the whole virtual environment wrong. Although I think that's mainly down to anti-gravity being a bit pants, to be honest. I think that's the reason that happened. So yeah. While I'm on stream, one thing I did want to look into is Penpot. I'm sort of slightly tempted to... That one, okay. I'm sort of slightly tempted to sort of give up on Figma a little bit and look at doing Penpot instead, which is a design platform which is a lot like Figma, but you get the code mode for free, which is quite nice. Self-host. See install options. So it's got a Docker container. I think I've got Docker running. Have I got Docker running? I don't think it was running. Desktop app. I guess someone's just put this in Electron and been done with it. Installation instructions. Boom. Built using Electron, knew it. You can download the official packages of Penpot release. Window this, Mac OS this. Let's go stick it in downloads. Let's see how this works out to start off with, and if that doesn't work out, then we'll go do something else. What's FlatHub? What is FlatHub about? Thank you. Whether you're looking for apps or developer looking for more, FlatHub is the best choice for apps on Linux. Go trending. Let's see what's in trending. Let me just get rid of that. And agree. I mean, this is broken, whatever it is. It's had a moment. Oh, there we go. It's working now. Penpot desktop. Because the reason I want to go Penpot and sort of like move away from Figma is that I use none of the collaboration features on Figma. That's having a moment. So let's go Penpot desktop. Let's open it up. Please open it. Seriously, I have to log in? How did we get here as a society? How did we get here as a society where... Oh my god, two-step verification. Where's my phone? God damn, two-step verification. How did we get here as a society is what I was saying. Yeah, whatever. Just fucking get me into the thing. Which ones do I need to use the most? Figma. Looking for an alternative. Not even that. That would do. Fine. Okay, no. Let's go with this. Let's fucking go with this. See what it is. Oh my god, just give me the thing. Just give me the thing. Fuck's sake. How did we get here? How did we get here? Let's create a new file. Okay, fantastic. Right, finally we're in. So I guess this is a frame. Let's stick that in. Right, board. That's called a board. Okay. That's good. And what else can I do? Okay. Let's create some squares and put the squares in the board. Why not? Let's do another one. Let's do that one like that. Let's grab this. And what else can I do? Can I layout? Flex layout. Okay, well, it does flex, which is quite good. It's quite nice. I'll do that for a second. So I can give it a flex layout, and it gives me all the options for the CSS properties, which is quite nice. I can have a bit of that, which is quite nice, which then wraps it around. Yeah, okay. What if I do it that way? Okay. That works out. Okay. But I can also put it into flex board. I don't really... Oh, this is hug and fill. So I select that and then make this bigger. Yeah, okay. So this is set and this is hug. So you kind of get this, and then I can change this like so. And then I got a gap here as well, so I can come in and put the gap in, I guess, like so. And then how do I... Okay, it gives me a lot of stuff. Okay, great. If I come down here, change the colour of that. Okay, great. Happy days. And guides, export, PNG, WebP, amazing, fucking amazing. Okay, cool. Let's get rid of that. So it's very, very similar. Like it's going to be a good layout for that. Tokens. What is a token? Border radius token. What the fuck is that? Add library. Okay. So how do I go from this to the code? I guess is the question. Path, plugins, plugin URL, plugin lists. Oh, thank you for not taking me out of the app for that. HTML to design. Okay, like it's a fair amount of stuff in here. Oh my god, it's literally just got an image remove, background remover. This is the thing that always... Hang on. Let me come to my browser for a sec. This is the thing that always gets me, is the background remover. It's always annoying. Every goddamn time. It's annoying. So how do I go from this to code? That's what I'm interested in. Oh, you can create components as well, which is good. Does this just... Okay. I would like to see the code now, please. View, toggle developer tools. No, not what I meant. Okay, hang on. Penpot, view codes. Huh. Code. Oh, there we go. Would you look at that? No, I guess it's only giving me that. Frame board, okay. Shape rectangle. Shape rectangle. So as I select different things, it gives me different class. It's not got the classes up here though. So that's what confuses me, is that it's giving me, that's just created it as a div and it's put in a class, but it doesn't tell me what the class is. It's just giving me all this stuff. So oh yeah, that's the thing. Great, thanks. Thanks for that. Huh. Maybe I do need to do a bit more research on that. Bit of practice as well, no doubt. But yeah, interesting. 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 I'm going to call it. And yeah. Few viewers. Here we go. Yeah, I've hit a wall. I've hit a wall. And I've got client meetings tomorrow as well. So, for all the peeps, I will be streaming again on tomorrow and Saturday, I think. I'm actually going to be building some stuff. I'm going to be building a learning management system. Sounds more posh than it is, but that's not really what's going on here. But that's what I'm going to be doing. If you want to come along, like and subscribe, all the rest of it. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.